Hi, my name is Jim, and I'm going to show you what I am convinced is the lowest risk way and the fastest way to launch a great business on Amazon. It goes against 95% of what you're seeing on YouTube if you're scrolling around looking for Amazon advice. But I'm going to show you a page with over 500 testimonials on it in just a moment. And I'm going to show you, better yet, exactly how to prove for yourself that this works simply by going to Amazon.com and doing what I'm about to show you. So the first thing I need you to do is to go to Amazon.com. Whether you're logged in as a seller or a buyer, doesn't matter if you're logged in or not. Just go to the search bar and type in any brand name that you're familiar with. Any of the hundreds of thousands of brand names that are out there. In this case, I'm using one that's very popular, very well known, just to prove a point of how easy it is to find replants. So I typed in Heinz, and you can see the results over here as I started scrolling down the page. You're going to see different results because you live in a different part of the United States or a different part of the world. I encourage you to use Amazon.com US because anyone can buy and sell on Amazon.com US anywhere in the world. We have many students that live outside the United States doing this, for example. As you begin scrolling down the page, I want you to pay attention to the price points. Here's a pack of one for $7. There's no money there. There's no money to be made there. There might be some money to be made there. I'm not sure what these cost. I haven't even looked. But that's not the point right now. Here's a 12-pack, $30. Not too interested because they're cans. It's heavy. I'm looking for something that really pops out at me. And on about page 2, I noticed a product that jumped off the page at me, $25 for two 31-ounce bottles. Now, the first question you should ask yourself is anybody actually paying this much money for 2 bottles of this specialty Heinz ketchup? How many people are actually spending that kind of money? And that's why I have a couple plugins. This one's called Keepa. This one's called Rev Seller. I actually introduced them in reverse order. Rev Seller's down here, Keepa's up here. I'm going to go through real briefly. Again, it takes me about 5 hours to go through exactly how to do this model. Right now, I'm just demonstrating how easy it is to find replants. They are literally everywhere. I typed in a brand name. I started scrolling on Amazon. This one jumped off the page on page 2. I've got a couple plugins. Let's see what they're telling us. Now here it's telling me that if I want to sell this via FBA, let me zoom in a little bit for you here. If I want to sell this product by FBA, it better cost less than $13 or I'm not going to make any money. If I want to sell it by FBM, which means I do the shipping, it needs to cost less than about $21. In that case, I'm doing and paying for my own shipping. I'll talk through the difference in the Proven Amazon course, which I'm going to introduce you to in a moment. You don't need to understand what I just said, but just know this, that if you can find these for less than $21 plus whatever it costs to ship them to a customer, you can be making money, assuming these things sell regularly. Now, how do you know if this is selling regularly or not? You don't need a pricey, expensive tool. You can pay a few dollars a month for a tool called Keepa. This is the kind of information it shows you. Don't be intimidated by the lines and graphs. I'm ignoring 90% of what I'm seeing on the screen right now. My favorite feature of Keepa is to go right here to this statistics button, mouse over it, and it says 40 per month. Do you see that right above where my mouse is? I'll zoom in a little bit more for you. 40 per month. That's how many times per month the sales rank is changing on this product. That's the green line up here. See this green line bouncing around? Ignore the pink for now. Just look at the green line bouncing up and down like a heart monitor, right? So if it changes 40 times a month, that means the product rank changed 40 times, which means it sold at least 40 times in the course of a month. Now, based on our experience, that 40 can probably be multiplied by somewhere between 4 and 10 times to get the actual number of units sold per month. So this product right here, we now know, is selling at least 40, probably realistically, more like 200 to 250 times a month, is selling on Amazon. The price, $25, is that a stable price? Well, yeah, that's this pink line here. It's fairly stable. You can see it's bouncing around. Sometimes it's 20, it bumped up. It's been really bumping up lately. Price is setting up, but you can see that's another thing Keepa does beautifully for just a few dollars a month. That's why we like Keepa. Well, how many other people are selling it at this price point? Well, it looks like right now, somewhere between 5 and 10 people. That's this line. How many people are selling it? So this looks like a product probably worth testing. Now that I've included it in this video, this number right here is going to rocket up to probably 60 in the next month. So ignore this particular product. Most likely a complete waste of your time because everyone else is going to be looking at it as well. But the point is, it took me literally 3 minutes of research to find this one. We can find dozens per hour. They are everywhere. The strategy I just showed you is one of dozens of replant finding strategies that we deploy. You can find them easily. The challenge is building a system. Okay, so now that we've determined that this is a decent looking product that we could probably go make money on, I'm sure it only costs, I'm not sure what it costs to buy these, but I'm guessing $3 a bottle, maybe. So product cost $6. We send it into Amazon. I can put my cost right here. That's the beauty of RevSeller. And again, there'll be a link to this tool near this video if you want to go grab these tools and start playing around with them yourself. But looks to me like I'll be making about $7 a sale, 118% ROI, 28% margin. If you can see those, zooming in a little bit. I'm just guessing that these are $3 a piece. I may be off. I didn't go look it up. Easily looked up Walmart.com. You can look it up. You can buy them from Walmart.com, which, by the way, is how you can do this from outside the United States if you wanted to. You can shop online, have the product sent to a prep partner, which is something we cover in our course, and that prep partner sends the product into Amazon. You get paid every time these products sell. We have students with thousands of replant products that they're selling a few at a time and making great profits on. Now, what else do I want to show you? Take a look at this. This is a page that might be useful if you're skeptical. This page has over 500 recent success stories from our students. And you can pause this video anytime you want, read up on them a little bit. I'm going to tell you how you can go and see the people behind these stories in just a moment. We have a free Facebook group. You can jump in and check this out. Now, the reason you don't hear a whole lot about our course as I'm scrolling down this page, just checking out the eye candy here with you, the reason you don't hear a whole lot about it is because our course sells for $29 a month. You get everything we know about selling on Amazon for $29 per month. That means our affiliates don't get super excited about selling it. That means you're not going to see big fancy YouTube videos promoting our $5,000 course, because the people promoting those courses, and this is important, pay attention here, the people promoting those $5,000 courses are getting paid $2,000 or $3,000 per sale. So all those private label courses that you've been hearing about, do not do private label if you're new to selling on Amazon. You have about a 5% chance of success. You're going to spend tens of thousands of dollars trying to build your business. We teach you a way to start putting money in the bank. You spend a few dollars on the course, you join our free community, you start learning the basics, and you're putting money in the bank. Slowly working your way up what we call the Amazon ladder of success, or the Amazon pyramid. I'll show you that in just a moment. But we want to get you started. These are all people, by the way, who are doing the exact model I just showed you. All these people shipping products, getting these results that we're scrolling down. Now, am I saying that these results are guaranteed? No. Am I saying you're going to make money if you do this with us? Absolutely not. We can't promise that. We don't know your work ethic, your commitment, your time schedule, if you're going to follow the steps. But you can certainly join a free community where all these people are hanging out and talking about their businesses every day. So here, check this out. Kind of back to where I started, this is the fastest, lowest risk way to grow a business on Amazon. The tools that I've showed you are very inexpensive. The course, very inexpensive. The commitment, the time that you're going to spend, it's not a huge commitment. So here's that pyramid of success that we showed you earlier. A lot of people start off scanning barcodes, going to stores, looking at clearance aisles, trying to find things so that they can flip easily on Amazon. That's a great way to start. You're going to see a decent amount of content about that on YouTube, and you can make some decent money doing that. It's a hustle. There's going to be plenty of times you go out, shop in stores, find nothing. It's unfortunate when that happens, but you can make decent money doing that. But it's a grind, and sometimes you come back with an empty car and very discouraged. So we encourage the replens model as the starting point. That's the model I demonstrated at the beginning of this video. After that, after you're comfortable, you're putting money in the bank, you're making a profit, we have people that we've interviewed on our podcast, I'll tell you about that in just a moment, but on the podcast that we do, a couple shows a week, of the hundreds of recent success stories, we interview many of them. There's one couple, they're doing 7 figures, just the two of them, right here on the replants. They're not doing any wholesale, they're not doing any private label. We do teach these models, however. We teach replants as the base model. Start putting money in the bank before you advance. Here's a few more success stories from our free community. I just wanted to highlight we have a free Facebook group. This is the name of it. There's a link at silentjimdotcom. You can go there and you can jump into our free Facebook group. You'll see tagged success stories. As you can see here, if you go to the group topics, look on topics tag, look for recent success. You can scroll through. We've gone way over 1,000 at this point. This is an older slide. One more thing to show you. What is a replant? Just to help define it for you so it's clear in your mind. It's any item that you can easily source at full price retail online or in a store near you. We teach you how to find them and then flip them on Amazon so you're replenishing your inventory as you need items. That's what a replant is. It doesn't mean the customer buys from you over and over again. It means these are items that are easily found and sold. It could be a screwdriver, it could be a hammer, it could be a kind of hat that you find. It could be in any department of Amazon, any of the categories. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be food. It can be any of the categories that are available to you day one as a new seller. You don't have to get ungated to sell in many of the categories, although that will happen very easily and organically for you as your business grows. That's what the course covers, is those kinds of details. So why are replants such a big deal? And this is the next to last slide that I have for you as we go through this. I've got one more here, but here's why replants are such a big deal. Just a few reasons. You can read through that yourself. I want to encourage you to go to our podcast to learn. Back on episode number 391, we talked about why it's such a big deal that you start off with replants as opposed to the other business models. I think you'll really learn a lot from that episode. It's completely free. Go check it out. And finally, we've coached over 7,000 people. For over 17 years, we've been teaching e-commerce. Tens of thousands of people who have bought our courses and content. We've got a free 67, actually it's getting closer to 70,000 members at this point, Facebook group with, like I showed you, hundreds of tagged success stories. It's the best selling Amazon course ever. To my knowledge, this has been around longer than any other course. It's more updated than any other course. We have a bigger team supporting it. And again, you've seen the success stories, and that's not even all of them. We could go for days showing you success stories. So if you want to hear interviews with dozens of our most recent success stories, again, here's the podcast. If you want to do more research, there's also a link on this page to jump into our Facebook group, silentjimdotcom. There's a link to our Facebook group, completely free. We'd love to have you come join us. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. I showed you exactly how to go find a replant. I told you why it's the best model to get started selling on Amazon. And I think you're really going to enjoy and love our free podcast if you want some more information. All right, talk to you soon.